Hey, thanks for checking in on Bathtub Sir. Oh my god, welcome back to the Swords of Ditto. What is going on, you might be asking? Well, the answer is, I have no idea. It turns out we need to kill Puku and Mormo, which is what that thing in the centre is. They've joined together in a weird ritual. I mean, there was a big revelation last episode. I don't understand it in the slightest, but it turns out we are fate, and the whole game has been a bit of a it was all a dream sort of thing, or it hasn't been true. I don't know what's happening, to be honest. All I know is that Puku and Mormo asked us to kill them in order to save the real Ditto. It's so confusing, it really is. I just want to try and win this fight and hopefully come out the other side. How's our health looking? I mean, they're not doing a lot of damage to us. I think we just need to wail on this head. Although we are getting hurt by the mobs more. I mean, are we even doing any damage here? I suppose we must be, right? Roll past this. Oh, no, wait, is it done? No way. Holy crap, this could be like a 1-minute episode of Ditto. Oh no. I didn't think this through. Attaboy, great success. I mean, they don't look very dead to me. But, I mean, I think we've done it. Well, guess this is our cue to head for the great dung heap in the sky. Remember, Fate. Remember those people you helped. Remember those destinies you wanted to fight for. They may not have been real, but the people of our world, the people... Hang on, so I'm going to try and backtrack a bit. All of the runs we've done thus far, the previous runs we've done to fight Mormo, that was all fake. It was all pretend, a show put on by Mormo and Puku who've been secretly working together. The towns of Ditto were not real, the people weren't real, none of it really mattered. For some reason they had to trick us because we'd done some bad things. I don't know. Of Arcadia. We are real, and we need you. Oh, and don't you dare forget about us either. I mean, we are the ones making the ultimate sacrifice here. To be honest, Puku, I hate to say it, but I'm not going to miss you in the slightest. I'm actually a little bit joyful you're about to die. I mean, it sounds horrible, but I'm so happy you're going to cease to exist. I'm serious. If you don't, I will haunt you. It's not like I'm going to have anything else to do. Ah, I feel lighter. Go, Sword. I mean, Fate. Save Arcadia. Hey, Mormo? This really was our best adventure yet, wasn't it? Without a doubt. I didn't say it before because I don't do big, overblown, stupid speeches like you, but I'm also super glad we were friends. I love you too. Now who's the drama queen? Is that it? Are we going to see some end credits roll here? That was the end. Oh no, I've messed up big time. Another thing that grated me a little bit there. One of the last things Mormo says to us is, go save the real Arcadia. Okay, maybe that could be kind of interesting. I would do that. But no, instead it's the end. Is it just going to start all over again? And so it was that Mormo was vanquished, her assault halted by the brave sword's blade. The peoples of Ditto rejoiced, for they had been spared generations of fear and terror. They told tales of the sword's brave deeds and how the realm was saved from darkness. Soon the tales passed into legend, yada yada yada, yeah we know all this, and during the freedom of the sword, the people of Ditto began to forget. But the people of Ditto never were. Yeah, look, we start all over again. Well, this proves... Well, I mean, it's nice. I've been doing this for sort of 2 years-ish now. And whenever we've finished a series, I've always managed to time it quite nicely. We haven't had, like, terribly mismanaged times for the last episodes. Let's go for this again. But this time we've really dropped the ball. Is Puku just going to appear? Oh my god, this sucks. Wait, where is Ditto? Where is Puku? So they haven't even provided anything different for this next run. Is it just going to be the same again? If Puku appears, oh my god, it's the same. Now there's no salary for this role, but you'll get something more precious than money, memories. Okay. Super swanky legendary gear should be with its last owner. I mean, that seems like new text to me, I've got to say. I'm just going to try and feel this out. You never know, the game might completely surprise me. But I mean, surely, what is the point in playing this then if there's nothing different again? We'll soon see. But this is all like in our head. This is all fake. This town is not real. What's it called? Yeah, there we are, the previous luchador. We'll take the sword, and I guess what we'll do to beef up this episode a little bit is I'll do like 10 minutes or so of my thoughts on this. Let's go get the gear, okay. I feel like I can't put out like a 6-minute episode. For a final boss, it was incredibly easy. Did you see the damage we were taking? It was non-existent. Okay, take the sword. I mean, the outfit looks cool. I'm loving the black. Now, Pookie's going to say, go to Mormo's palace. I think Mormo's on the move already. Yeah, okay. Right, well, I'm not going to do this again. That's going to bring us to the end of the Swords of Ditto. And I'll be honest, I'm so relieved. I'm so happy. I've touched on this before, and I'm still learning how to make these videos every day. Let's Plays in general. I'm still trying to find my feet, despite doing it, like I said, for like 9 on 2 years now. One of the golden rules is to never do a series you're not enjoying. And I'll be honest, I did not enjoy this game. After about episode 6 or so, probably the first time we beat Mormo, I was like, I think I've gotten everything I want out of this game. There's no more for me to see here. And really, I should have shelved it, but I don't know, I don't want to mislabel myself here, but I'm a little bit stubborn, so I didn't want to just stop a series midway. I hate the sense of there being no closure, and also, like, it would itch in the back of my head if I knew that I never saw the resolution to this game. I never saw the ending. I never saw that end screen. Now, obviously you could argue I could do it off camera and breeze through it in like a day or two, but then why not record it if I'm going to do it like that? So, I was at a crossroads, and as a creator, I thought it was best to just keep going, because the benefit I could see is that I find it quite easy to take the piss out of things I don't enjoy. If I'm not enjoying it, I could maybe provide some good commentary in the form of like constantly ripping on mechanics, the characters, the dialogue, stuff like that. And I definitely did talk a lot of trash about this game from sort of like episode 6 onwards, I'd say. But anyway, regardless, we've learned. If I was to be put in this position again, would I carry on? Probably, yeah. I would try. I think it all comes down to maybe picking the games a little bit better. But what was wrong with this game, why didn't I like it? It was just terribly, torturously repetitive. It really was. It has very, very limited... I mean, it's meant to be a roguelike. Yeah, I mean, that's how one of its tags on Steam is how it describes itself. It has roguelike mechanics. There was hardly any variety in any of the runs I did. I mean, the main draw for me to roguelikes is that while the core could be the same, there's so many variations that make each run different that you never play the same thing twice. Take Binding of Isaac, take Dead Cells, take, hell, even Hades, Supergiant's new endeavour. It's always different. You may be in the same locations, fight some of the same enemies, but through whether it be different weapons, different skills, different characters, everything's different. I don't think Ditto had enough of that, nowhere near enough. The fact that there was only, I mean, let's count them. How many bosses were there? There was the Yeti, there was the Snail, there was Mormo, and then, if you want to count it, that thing at the end, the Puku Mormo hybrid. For a self-counted roguelike to have, I mean, if we're going to be gracious, 4 bosses, that is awful, no way. Bosses are an easy way to provide an element of randomness. Hell, we could maybe unlock bosses as you go, and so you don't know who you're going to face. But they were so predictable. The combat was very, very basic. I'm just slashing away. There was some moves that you could do, like the roll and the hit like that, but I mean, it had elements at play, like the acidic and the burn and stuff like that, which was quite nice. But it was I never really thought about combat. I never had to, I mean, I did die a couple of times, but I'd never really worried about health or anything like that. I don't know. I feel like, and look, as well, I know people worked hard in this game, so I really don't want to offend anyone here. And I'm not a game designer in the slightest. I think it took out a rather cheap way of gating difficulty. So, the only time Ditto got more difficult to play was if you wasn't a high enough level. So basically, the enemies had more health and they hit harder. That's a pretty crappy way of scaling difficulty, in my opinion. Why don't you add more sort of interesting ways to do that? Maybe make level not an issue, but maybe the things that the enemies do. I mean, obviously, yeah, the enemies were kind of different, at least some of them. The summoner who raised up the zombies, and maybe the big bulky knight guys, maybe the blobs as well, that you couldn't damage them with physical attacks. But I really don't like it when games think, oh, here's a way we can make it more challenging. We'll just raise the enemy level, and thus raise their health and raise their damage. That's not fun to me. The toys, I mean, we saw all of them in about 2 or 3 runs. There was nothing new there. We found our toy, the laser ring, and we stuck with it, and we never let it go. We had no call or no need to use anything else apart to get through a couple of puzzles in the dungeons. The dungeons were the same every single time, but the anchors were stored. I mean, why don't you make them more varied? Why don't you have one on the beach that dealt with maybe water and sand? Why don't you make a snowy area? Just like use the elements. Maybe you can have like a snow-themed one, like an ice palace. Maybe you could have one that was underground and it's full of lava and stuff like that. So many missed opportunities. I swear to God, I really feel like this game could have been so much more. The good things about it is that I think it looks amazing. It's got a very cool style, top-down, old-school Zelda-ish gameplay. But it was just a huge disappointment to me personally, and I'm not surprised if other people feel the same. So, I mean, I guess we'll leave it there. I haven't got too much to say. I think I've said my piece, but I'm happy that we got to the end of it. If you enjoyed, and it's going to sound really hypocritical, but if you enjoyed this series, or this Let's Play of the Swords of Ditto, or even just this video in particular, where I gave my thoughts about it, please go ahead and leave a like. It helps me out a great deal. I ask it every video, I ask it every live stream, I ask it a lot, and I always get worried that I ask too much so it becomes redundant. But it really does help. Liking the video is such a quick, easy and free way to support me directly. So please feel free to like it. I mean, by the same token, dislike it if you don't like what I've done here. Give me some criticism and feedback and stuff to work on. But anyway, that's that out of the way. If you want to see more, we do have other Let's Plays on the channel. We're still trucking along with South Park, Ni no Kuni 2 and Shadow of the Tomb Raider. And we've got some new games coming in the new year, so please go to subscribe. I've got plenty here for you, as well as the live streams and in the tub with. If you've got any questions you want to raise, do you share the same sentiments as me about this game? Was it one big bore fest after a certain point? That's how I feel about it, but let me know in the comments below and I will make sure I get back to you, alright? I'm very sorry about the criminally short video, but regardless, see you